Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. Today I'm going to be showing you all the books that I picked up in January. Actually, I'm only going to be showing you the physical books that I picked up. I did have a few that I borrowed from the library and like ebook copies and stuff like that I purchased. But I figured since I have like a pretty decent haul for January, I'm only going to show you, like I said, my physical ones. So most of the books that I have to show you guys today are books that I pre-ordered, and then I have a few that I purchased outside of pre-orders, and then the giveaway win. So I'm going to start off by showing you my giveaway win. So I have this package here. My address is on the other side. I won a giveaway from Inkyard Press on Instagram. So if you guys follow them, they were doing, I think, like a 12 days of Christmas type giveaway on Instagram, and I honestly completely forgot that I entered it. But I believe like early January I got a message from them, or I was like tagged in a comment saying that I won one of the giveaways. So I was really excited about it, and it came in. I was gonna do like an unboxing on Instagram, but I was feeling lazy, so I didn't. But anyway, it came with like a tote bag, and I don't know if you can see that there's some other goodies in there. There's a lot of pins, and I just kept it in here so I can remember where this actual book came from. But the book that I won was a hardcover copy of The Iron Flower by Lori Forrest. This is the sequel to The Black Witch, I believe is the first book. And I still need to get The Black Witch. I have heard a lot of really good things about that book, but I hadn't picked it up yet because it wasn't one that I was like super interested in, or if I didn't know if I would love it. So I was gonna see if about trying to check it out from the library. But I won a copy of this book, so I'm gonna have to pick up a hardcover copy to go along with this. So I will do that at some point. But yeah, got this one for free. Next, I'm gonna show off the book that I got in my Outcrate box for January. Is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi, and this is a YA fantasy novel, I believe. And because this came in an Outcrate box, this is an Outcrate exclusive cover. Hopefully you guys can see that. There was a change from like silver, or from gold to silver, and then the flowers are blue, and I believe the text is also blue. I will admit that I do like the original cover more, because I like golds and warm tones. I do enjoy that cover more. Also, they did change some of like the hardback. This is gold on the normal book, and it's silver on here to go along with the theme. And we have this exclusive like sign page that was made just for the Outcrate book. So I appreciate that it is an exclusive one, but I will admit that I do enjoy the original cover more than the Outcrate covers. The next few books that I'm going to show off to you guys were books that I made outside of my pre-orders. So I mentioned, I believe, in my goals video for 2019 that I was going to try to do something different for my book buying. Since I'm trying to cut down my TBR, like my physical TBR, I'm only allowing myself to purchase one new book for every 3 physical books that I've read that I haven't already read. So in December, I've read 3 new physical books from my TBR. So I did allow myself to buy one new physical book that was being added to my TBR, and that is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, I think is how you say the author's name. I have heard people raving about this series, or about this book, because the second book just came out, and I decided to finally go ahead and pick this up. I figured if I didn't pick it up soon, it was gonna probably be another year before I finally picked it up. So I have this now, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I actually ended up with a second copy, so even though I tried to get Amazon not to send it, they sent it anyway. So I have an extra copy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. I have 2 more books that I did pick up that weren't pre-orders, but I justified this by saying that I have already read both of these books. I had e-arcs of both of them, read them both, enjoyed them both. The first one I have is Intercepted by Alexa Martin. This is an adult contemporary sports romance, and like I said, I had an e-arc of this. I've already read it. I enjoyed it. Really wanted to reread it, and I didn't want like an ebook or I didn't want an ebook of it. So I decided to pick up a physical copy. Plus I have already pre-ordered her next book in this like companion series, and it's coming out, I believe, like in April. If not April, like then later this year sometime. So I'm gonna be getting that one. So I decided to pick up a physical copy of this. And the last book that I picked up that wasn't part of my pre-orders was Jock Rule by Sarah Nye. This is the second book in the Jock Horror series. I did receive an e-arc for this. I read it and reviewed it, and I really enjoyed it. So I figured I would pick up a physical copy since I do own a physical copy of the first book, Jock Row. Let's now move into my pre-orders. I think that I'm just gonna go in the order that these came out because that's the easiest. The first one that I have is The Wicked King by Holly Black. So I do have 2 copies of this book. I have both the OutKrate exclusive edition and the normal edition, or the normal US edition, because I had ordered this already and I just decided to keep them both. So I have both of those. I will be reading these hopefully, or reading one of them hopefully sometime soon. The next book that I pre-ordered was Dragon Pearl by Yoon Han Lee. This is a middle grade fantasy novel that is centered around Korean mythology. I don't really know anything about Korean mythology, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Next, I have Undying by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This is the second and final book in the Unearthed duology. And the last 2 books that I have to talk about both came out on the 29th. The next one that I was just about to start talking about, sorry, is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. And this is the first book in Nikolai's duology, I believe it's supposed to be. And this is part of the Grishaverse. Obviously you have the Shadow and Bone trilogy and the Six of Crows duology, which I have read the Shadow and Bone trilogy already. I want to reread that one and read the Six of Crows duology before going into this. So I think that's going to be something that I am working on throughout the year. So we will see about that. But I have this one. The next book that I have is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. This is an adult contemporary romance novel. This is her first novel since The Hating Game, which was her debut, and I was really looking forward to this. The Hating Game was one of my favorite a couple years ago, and I've just been waiting on a book from Sally Thorne since then. However, I have heard some not so good things about this book, so it's one that I'm a little skeptical about. I'm still gonna attempt to read it. And finally, the last book I picked up in January. Did I get this in January? Or was this February? Okay, never mind. The book that I thought I had to talk about actually came out early February, so that's gonna have to hold off for my February book haul. But those were all the books that I picked up in January. There were 10 total, 11 if you count the duplicate copy. 2 of them I have already read, and I am sort of making plans to read at least 2 more of these pretty soon. That's all I have for you guys for now. Let me know what books you picked up in January and which of those you're really looking forward to reading if you haven't already read them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Bye.